friends, Mary Howard here with There's No Place Like Home NC, Red Boots Realty powered by eXp Realty. Welcome back to the channel. Today is market update day, and if you have any questions at any point throughout this video, feel free to leave them below in the comment section. I love making these videos for you. I love talking with you, so feel free to do that. So again, this is the market update video. Today is June 10th, and this is the data looking back at May stats, so that we can have 30 days worth of data to try to read the trends and what's going on in the market. This information has been provided by the National Realtors Association and is for the Charlotte, North Carolina region, and that includes 12 counties in North Carolina and 2 in South Carolina, so a really broad overview. I do a market update video every month, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can catch these, but you can also go back and watch the past couple and kind of start getting a really solid grasp of what's going on if you are thinking of moving to Charlotte or thinking of buying a home in 2022. So what I'm seeing is there are a lot of price decreases. In the past 7 days, there have been about 700 properties in the Charlotte region that have had price reductions. The listings from the big companies like Zillow and Opendoor, those were the most common, and I expect those. Others are from homes that are just not in the top condition that could demand those high prices, the move-in ready homes, homes that needed updates or like the flooring and whatnot. But the ones that surprised me the most were the new build communities. I saw Lennar, Taylor Morrison, Meritage Builders, and they all had quite a few price decreases. And on one hand, that doesn't really surprise me, because the way that works is when a builder closes 2 or 3 transactions, then they will take the appraisals for those closed homes and adjust the current listings prices to match those appraisals and use those as comps. So the community, new build communities, those prices have been jumping pretty substantially. But to see them starting to reduce their current prices is definitely a big flag to let us know that this market is correcting itself. And with the interest rates going up and the expectations of a few more rate hikes in the coming months, the sellers are losing some of their advantage. There are less buyers and less competition, so sellers are having to adjust their expectations. Okay, so enough of me rambling, into the data. In the Charlotte region, there were 6,055 new listings in the month of May. This is up 4.4% year over year and up from this time in April by about 280 listings. But this doesn't really surprise me. First of all, it's June. It is the selling season. Secondly, the homeowners that want to sell to capitalize on the growth of their equity know that time is running out. And third, according to uscensus.org, who issues a report every month, says that 1.819 million permits were issued in the month of May, 1.724 million homes were starting construction, and 1.295 million homes were actually completed in May. Granted, this is down from the information that we saw for last month in April. And all of these permits are for the whole nation. But yay for inventory, yay for building permits. Pending sales for the month of May was 5,241, which is down 2.1% from this time last year. But we are up 390 contracts from this time last month. And we have been increasing since January. Maybe not quite as much as I had expected, but we know that North Carolina and the Charlotte region is gaining over 100 new residents every day, so this isn't a shock. In the Charlotte region, there were 4,639 transactions that made it to the closing table, and last month we were at 4,578. So again, up month over month by less than 100 transactions. This one, in my opinion, solidly is related to the increase of the interest rates. So many buyers have been priced out of this market. Last year at this time, the rates were about 3.3% for a 30-year fixed, and as of today, we're around a 5.5%. That increase definitely affects the buying power and the budget. All right, so days on the market until sale. This is how long it takes a property from the time that it's listed until it is under contract. And in May, that was 14 days. That is down 17.6% from this time last year. And it's also down 3 days from this time last month. The homes are sitting on the market less time before the contract is accepted. So it does speed up that transaction timetables. Sellers are not dragging their feet. They're not dragging the process out. But I do expect to see this number to increase, maybe only 2 or 3 days. But as long as the market prices are trying to correct, it's going to take a few extra days. But if you are looking to buy a home in 2022, you still need to be prepared. Because once the seller expectations get tuned back into the market values, they are going to want fast closings to make sure that they can capitalize on the equity. The list to close stat, and that one is telling you how long it took you as a seller from the day that you listed your home until the day that you're sitting at the attorney's table. For May, you're looking at 66 days. This time last year, we were taking 70 days. So we are down year over year 5.7%. And in April, it was taking 69 days. So we've actually lost 3 days between the 2 months. And if you do that real estate math, then the contract length for May is 52 days, which is what it was last month in April. So although the list to close dates are shortening, we are still safe to assume that the majority of these contracts are being financed, which is good news for buyers that are still needing to be financed. The median sales price for the Charlotte region for the month of May hit $391,000. That is up 20.8% from this time last year when we were sitting at $334,000. And this is the 4th consecutive month where the median sales price for Charlotte has hit record-breaking numbers. For the past 2 months, I've been saying you got to take a look around North Carolina and then other states and see that even though the Charlotte region prices are jumping, we are still underpriced compared to the other major cities in North Carolina and the ones out of North Carolina. Okay, percent over original list price received. So what this is telling you is what you can expect to pay above the list price. And in May, that hit 102.9%. That is up 1.3% from this time last year, and it is up 0.01% from April. This is very location specific. I was just out 2 days ago showing properties, and one of them, this stat was showing that home 14% over list price. So take this with a grain of salt, but make sure the agent that you are working with understands this and is using this to help you make your best offer. Inventory of homes for sale in May was 3,788. That is down 12.3% from this time last year, but yay, inventory! It's up from this time last month by about 106 properties. We are sitting at a 0.8 of a month supply, which is down from last year by 11.1%, but up 0.1% month over month, which is what I was telling you earlier about the U.S. Census Bureau and the national amount of building permits. I was reading a report last week, and I went back to try to find this and couldn't, but when I do, I'll make sure to put the link in the description. But the report was saying that a few years up before 2008, we had been building homes at a rate over the 50-year normal amounts. And then when the bottom fell out, it decimated the builders and the construction field. And since then, those trades have not recovered. And we as a nation have only been building about half the rate of homes that we need. It was a very interesting article. I will try to find it and make sure it gets in the descriptions below for you. Even though the rates are probably going to increase again, and currently the housing prices are still on the rise, don't get discouraged, guys. The inventory is slowly going to come back around, and the market is going to adjust to where it needs to be. If you want to buy a home, and you have, or you are getting your finances in order, now is the time to do it. I cannot list the number of buyers that got frustrated and then decided to wait until the market cooled. Now they're in a pickle. If you have questions, give me a call. Thank you for watching. My name is Mary Howard, and this is There Is No Place Like Home NC. Take care.